Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Well, besides one scene, pretty much the rest of this episode was a letdown. And one of the things that I noticed, if you haven't noticed, is that the original writers are back. You can tell by the way the pacing and just the stuff that went on in this episode. But, but, there's one scene that I want to specifically talk about. We all know what that scene is. Michael versus Nina. It takes him 20 minutes to sit there and drop the hammer because, GH, we gotta sit there and get to this slow burn. And I mean really slow. But when it happens, it's great. Michael drops the hammer and he's like, I know what you did. But here's the thing though. Nina laid out some really good facts about why she did what she did, about how Carly is not exactly a victim. She's not a saint. And there's things that Carly's done. She literally, one of the things that Carly is known for is always that they're keeping paternity secrets, right? She did that well before I started watching the show with, Michael, okay? She did that with Spencer. And she did that with two of Nina's daughters. And didn't even sit there and tell her until she was nearly on her deathbed. So she has adequate reasons to sit there and be upset with her. And to want to sit there and see her pay. Drew, it's an unfortunate side effect, right? But Michael was like, well, Drew didn't put himself there. I was like, well, technically he kinda did. Okay? You know about it. You know about the inside trading and everything like that. It is what it is. When you're at the top, you gotta sit there and take accountability. That's just, it is what it is. But a lot of that falls on Carly. So if you want to sit there and talk about why Drew's in jail and this, that, and the third, well, blame your moms. Another thing that I've noticed when I read comments and I talk to different people is just how controlling Michael is when it comes towards Willow. It's very weird and just somewhat toxic, right? And he pretty much lays out what he wants Nina to do. Only see Willow when he says. Again, this is Michael being controlling, and also give back Carly's half of the hotel, or Carly portion of the hotel. Otherwise, he'll sit there and tell everyone. Nina was like, Sonny will be upset, but he'll find a way to get past it. He should. Carly's done worse. Brenda Barrett wore a wire. He was, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think if Brenda Barrett came back, he would sit there and be like, Nina, what? So, yeah. But the most likely scenario is that that's not going to wind up happening. And we all know that. Truth of the matter is, just like I've been saying before, because she acted on impulse, she's going to lose a lot. She's going to lose Willow. She's going to lose access to her grandchildren. Yeah, she was upset. And she's like, you're not going to sit there and bully me into doing it, but he doesn't really have to do much bullying. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Willow comes in, and you know that Nina's going to sit there and do it. Because Nina was sitting there talking to Ulbrich about how closer they've gotten and, to have some sort of relationship. So she's going to comply for now. She's going to comply for now until she finds that evidence that Michael and Dex were working together to take down Sonny and then she's going to turn the tables. And we all see that. The writing is on the wall. But again, I will sit there and say Nina, as much as I don't like Nina, laid out some great points. And I'm a Carly fan, but it is what it is. What are they doing with Cody at this point? Right? You know, Cody was brought in. They try to pair him out with Britt. Then the actress left. And then eventually try to pair him up with Sasha. Sasha is on maternity leave. We don't know if she's coming back. So what is he going to sit there and do? I mean, granted, it's not to sit there and say that he has to be paired up with somebody right away. But I just feel like they don't know what to do with him. I mean, he's having this pointless conversation with Dante about how he doesn't want to sit there and tell Mac because he's better off, he has a great life and he doesn't need someone like me. And I agree with Jess, because at this point it's like either tell the damn truth or find a way to sit there and move forward. And again, it just goes right back to, well, what are they doing with Cody? I feel like they just don't know. We find out that Drew is in solitary. And, Sonny and Brick is like, it's probably for his own good. He can sit there and be safe. The last time, he pretty much got beaten to near death. So, they're pretty much kind of covering their asses at this point. Other than that, Sonny and Brick talk business, but I wonder what Sonny's plan is for Smith there taking down Cyrus. I remember the last time, he didn't really seem like he had a plan. And it didn't really make a lot of sense. Because they couldn't kill Cyrus because then whoever was back from Cyrus would just send somebody new in. So I have no idea what his plan is this time to just take out Dex. I don't think that Dex can do it. To take out Cyrus. I don't think that Dex can do it. I don't feel confident in his ability to kill Cyrus. I really don't. If it wasn't for Dante, well, we wouldn't. If it wasn't for Dante, Dex would be dead. Let's just put it this way. But I'm very curious to sit there and see what they're going to do with him. They talked a lot of shop, but they didn't talk. It's like they talked shop, but they didn't talk about anything Pacific. So it just didn't really add up to anything. Didn't really care about the scene with Trina and Ava. I just really didn't. Granted, one positive I could sit there and say is at least you see scenes with them. You haven't seen any scenes with Ava and Trina in a hot minute. But other than that, it really was a pointless scene. Unless you like Trina. Other than that, it was just a pointless scene. And hell, even Olbrich being back was just like with Willow. It's like, I didn't really care. Didn't really care about the scenes with Maxie and James. Just did not give a shit about either three of those scenes. Lucy, the scene with Lucy and Marty, Lucy's like, I want to use, not Sasha, Blaze as new face of deception. The stuff that happened with Sasha was terrible, but it brings a lot of bad publicity. And I think it will be wise, and I agree with Lucy, it would be wise to sit there and use Blaze. She already has a following. It just makes more sense. And it gets away from all the negative stuff, the negative press that Shasta's been under. Tracy, for some odd reason, even though her heart's in the right place, wants to use Sasha. Probably because of her own stuff with Gregory. And Maxie agrees, and I'm just like, but the stock was tanking. And this is talk. Oh, we should sit there and give Sasha one more chance. I mean, in all reality, what it comes down to is business. It's not personal. It is business. And how many more scandals could a company like Deception take before it's just like, yeah, we just not gonna ride with you. I mean, we found some of your products kind of cute and everything like that, but y'all got too much stuff going on. Be much better to sit there and start fresh, but okay, sure. And towards the end, Sasha did wind up showing up at Cody's place. So I guess they're gonna have their last talk or whatever before she goes on maternity. Unless I have no idea how that stuff works, but I'm cool with her moving on. She gave some great stuff. Some great stuff happened. I know some people felt like it was too dark or whatever, but it was really good. It was really interesting. She gave some great stuff. If they want to sit there and move on from her, that's totally fine. And maybe bring her back later on. But I'm good with her leaving though. One of the very few people, and it's not even because I hate her character or anything like that. It's just alright, it's time to move on to something else. Hmm. I feel like that's about it for the most part. I don't know what's going on with GH. It was just like this yesterday. Where it's like you had one good scene and the rest were, well, trash. It's kind of harsh to sit there and say trash, but they weren't good scenes. They were really boring scenes. Um, and that's the thing about GH. GH a lot of times can have one good part, or maybe two good parts if you're lucky. I've noticed, but usually the rest of them are just filler and they don't go anywhere. It's like, I know they gotta sit there and keep new viewers in and interesting and stuff like that, but even the Trina and Ava scene, it's like, yeah, we saw that stuff. Well, we saw that they talk. Like we already knew about Trina and how she had a great time with Spencer, going out in the city, doing all this, that, and the third, and the Mets and all that stuff like that. It's like we didn't need to sit there and revisit that. It was an entirely pointless scene, and that's pretty much what it was. Oh, and Ava was deflecting about what really went down, but other than that, was it really necessary? No. What's the scene with James and Maxie and James and talking about, oh, I want two costumes and now Halloween is the best and the most important holiday. No, no, those scenes are not needed. It's like they put those scenes in there just to, I don't know, filler. Make the episode go to a certain time or something. But the point is, they're just pointless scenes, and that's how it was yesterday. And I have this really sad, sinking feeling that's how it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be maybe one good scene that we're going to get. I've been watching General Hospital since I was in high school, right? So my criticism, I'm not just some person that comes on here and just bashes GH and be like, well, GH sucks and stuff like that, but I know GH can be better. I know GH can be. I've seen GH be better. I think that's the one of the things I really do like about watching the other soap operas is that if GH isn't really bringing it, well, guess what? Days was bringing it today. Days was actually pretty good. I didn't watch the other two yet, but Days was actually pretty good. And I know that GH can be better. I've been watching it the longest. I know what GH can do. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. If I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all of the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. And if you're not a member, think about joining. I do exclusive videos for members only, members live streams that I do weekends, and monthly member shoutouts, which is almost around that time. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And yeah, I have no idea what the hell is on my hands.